Paisley Junior.
Question number 3, Deputy Speaker.
Minister.
Our programme for government promised that we as an executive would monitor progress on delivery of our key priorities. Our PfG reporting framework has allocated clear delivery responsibilities to ministers and departments, and this has allowed us to present to the Assembly and the wider public a delivery report showing the progress on performance as at the 31st of March 2009. As a result of this delivery report, we have set up accountability meetings with ministerial colleagues to discuss progress in 3 areas. These are the promotion of science, technology, engineering and mathematics subjects, greenhouse gas emissions and regeneration. We have also completed a second delivery report showing the position at the 30th of June 2009. Additionally, we have commissioned the third delivery report detailing the half-year position at the 30th of September 2009. This half-year report will be made available to the Assembly when it has been considered by the Executive. We are now well underway to building a series of reports which will successively demonstrate our performance on the delivery of the promise within the programme for government. Each report is, of course, important in giving us a strategic overview on progress. However, the underlying process that generates the reports and engages ministers and officials is proactive interventions, allowing us to not only to report performance but to drive it.
Thank you, Deputy Speaker, and thank the First Minister for that answer. The political maxim, if it isn't measured, it isn't actually done. And in light of what the First Minister has told the House today about monitoring performance, could he indicate to the House what actions will be taken if, for example, there is a failure to achieve the target? How is that performance going to then be encouraged so that there is delivery of these very important targets that were set by the entire Executive?
Well, I think that the member rightly draws attention to the fact that they are exacting targets. Indeed, I think any meaningful target must be one which is deemed to be just beyond reach, so that people are really stretching to get there. And it needs to be said that getting to our targets has been made all the more difficult because of the economic downturn. But I wouldn't want to give the impression that somehow that the process that we're engaged in is one where we can use it to beat ministers over the head if they haven't met the necessary targets or if they aren't on course to meeting the targets. The purpose of this process is for us to identify the targets which are on course, the ones which we need to be accelerating on, and those which seem to be vastly out of step with where they should be. In those occasions, because this is a cross-cutting responsibility, the Executive will look at how it can assist any minister who is lagging in terms of the meeting of a target. Now, they may well be doing so because economic circumstances have changed the environment, that it makes it difficult, if not impossible, to reach the target. They may do it because they need to have some further resource to assist them. They may need it because they need support from some other department to reach their target, or they may have failed to meet a target because they themselves haven't been considering it as the greatest priority within their department. For whatever reason, the Executive will be there to encourage the targets to be met, because it isn't just an Executive responsibility that we keep to our programme for government, but it is an Assembly responsibility, because that programme for government was endorsed as a whole by this Assembly.